Hello, today I would like to talk about the body ethers and the seven layers of ether we have. The basic elements compose of the four body ethers, which are earth, air, fire, and water. The fifth ether is supposed to be called the Akasha. That is where all the Akashic information is being recorded and revealed. Once we alchemically create out of this four body ethers, which are earth, air, elements, and water, and from the atmosphere, just with the help of sound and light. That is where the Akasha will come to help you, or the Akashic records will come to help you to create out of atmosphere just under the sunlight by using only sound and light. That is what stars are composed of. Even sun is a star. All the stars they have only sound and light inside of them, or probably nitrogen or gas or sulfur. Nitrogen and sulfur, they are all in the form of gases. If you see the outer composition of most of the planets like Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, or any stars also for that matter, only sound and light will be inside of them. Now earth is composed of four elements, which are the basic four body ethers, that is air, fire, earth, and water. And we do alchemically create things with the help of these four elements normally. In order to move into a future, or in order to alchemically create our tree of life based on the tree of knowledge, we need the help of the Akashic ether, which is the fifth ether. The sixth and seventh ether are the tree of knowledge and the tree of life. The Akashic ether will help you work under the atmosphere just by living under the light and sound of the sun. You will be able to download all your past life information with the help of the Akashic ether. Normally, people will not be forced to create something other than these four basic body ethers, which are earth, air, fire, and water. But for creating a life of your choice, and once there is a need to find our own past to create the tree of knowledge, and once we know what is our tree of life is all about, that can only be constructed using the fifth ether, which is the Akashic ether. And in order to construct alchemically using the Akashic ether, you need to work under the sunlight, which is the atmosphere, just by using sound and light. The frequency of the sound and light will help you download the Akashic ether, and that is what is a tree of knowledge is all about. And that is the sixth ether. Tree of knowledge is the sixth ether, and from the tree of knowledge we go up and build the tree of life, which is the seventh ether. This is a universal truth which is followed by both the Eastern and Western philosophies now, because most of the Western counterparts, they didn't believe much in the Akasha earlier, but nowadays, due to the unification in most of the elemental laws and rules of the planet, people are forced to believe in these philosophies which was predominant in the East earlier. Now, the tree of knowledge is something which is created by just by working under the atmospheric sun using sound and light. This is what we try to achieve by reading the Akashic records of your own past. Tree of knowledge is all about the wisdom that you gain by downloading information or insights from your past. Suppose you are a past life healer or a past life shaman, and you had treated animals probably with the help of a trigonic crystal, which is a record keeper crystal. You might be able to download some claircognizant insights about you treating animals during desert journeys in the past, say for example, or you were a shaman practicing your healing gifts to heal people. Then you come to know that from that is something that you come to know only if you work under the atmosphere just by using sound and light. I mean, you need to go out of the normal 3D living to understand that. But with the help of crystals, we can download those insights, which will make our lives easier, so that you know what is your tree of knowledge that is comprised of, and you increase your awareness to the wisdom that comes from the tree of knowledge. Suppose you had a past where you had helped people with floral essences, and say you have been using sound language to heal people, like shamanic drumming is an example of a sound healing technique which we used to do in the past. Then probably you can convert floral essences into a sound healing technique. That is how you convert your tree of knowledge to tree of life. Now, the example I was talking was about, suppose you have downloaded an insight that you had been using floral essences for healing people, and sound healing was an integral part of your healing, which we had downloaded using the Akashic records. That is the tree of knowledge, which is the wisdom you have about your past. Now, how do you convert that into your tree of life? Now, if you see YouTube, there are several sites which gives floral essences as a sound healing technique. Now, you know that your tree of knowledge consisted of using floral essences for healing people, and sound healing was also your integral part of your past life experience. Now, when you combine both, you can visit relevant sites in YouTube where people do floral essence sound healing, which is something that you can think of doing right now. That is how you convert your tree of knowledge into tree of life. A tree of life is something which is the seventh ether, which can only happen if you the tree of life is the wheel for your fortune. I mean, in order to have a proper rebirth or your second life possible, you should know how to turn the tree of life from the tree of knowledge of your past. There are people who had undergone sufferings and traumas or accidents or severe difficulties in life, failing to understand what exactly the life purpose is. And most of the people who understand the tree of life will be after undergoing several traumas or difficulties or disturbances, and finally divine will help them to have a glimpse of what exactly they are supposed to do in this lifetime. And most of the people treat that as suffering or difficulties, or it will be worse than doing a PhD in some difficult topic. Some something like it will be worse than doing a PhD. The difficulties in life were only to help them understand with the help of the divine that you are born here in this lifetime to serve a higher purpose, and what is the tree of life for you to make that happen. So many self discoveries of people who came to know that they had a higher purpose in this lifetime by treating people like with the gift they have from the past as shamans, or as sound healers, or as aromatherapists, or reiki, acupuncture, pranic healing. These are all things which people understand by using the atmospheric ether, which is the fifth ether other than earth, air, fire and water. And you also can do that with the help of atmospheric ether or the akasha. If you just live under the sound and light, it will be very difficult to just live under the sound and light. But I think nowadays, due to lockdown, most people will be free to do so, and use your intuition and higher awareness to focus on what is your tree of knowledge all about. And with the help of crystals, we can download insights about your past life, which will help you gain knowledge and insights about your tree of knowledge. And with the help of your tree of knowledge, suppose you came to know that you have been doing uh, reiki or pranic healing, you can convert that to tree of life by trying to undertake a course on that and try to heal people with that. Say for example, I am just giving you an example of that. It could be not limited to just a particular stream, or it could be even bigger amplitude, like there could be people with psychic gifts of hearing and seeing. Like I know people who came to know about the psychic abilities in a wide variety of circumstances, which is quite strange, because they see spirits or spirit animals next to them, or when they close their eyes they have a vision of spirits, which is actually something that needs to be investigated. Because if depending on your vision, it could be your past life tree of knowledge could go in a wide amplitude depending on the visions you get or the dreams you have in your sleep. What I was thinking was, people who have psychometric or clairsentient abilities. Psychometry is an ability to hold an object and feel the past history of the object, or and clairsentience is the is the gift of feeling about objects when we enter into a room or a place that is quite strange to us. Those people, they get a tingle or a vision on the meridian of the third eye, which is a pineal gland, which is something similar to how we get to know about people when we read their auras. Now I am trying to close my eyes and trying to, I just started seeing a video in YouTube in my mobile, and I immediately closed my eyes with my left hand. Now, despite of the fact that I have closed my eyes, if I have closed my eyes with my left hand, I am using my right hand to place the right hand next to the video that is playing in YouTube on my mobile. Despite of the fact that I have closed my eyes with my left hand, my right hand will sense any movement on the YouTube video. That is something people, you can all try it out, because even if you have closed your eyes, with your hand you can sense some particular movement in the video that is getting played in YouTube on your mobile. That is something. It is a gift actually. People, you can see whether you are. That is because if you are having a gift of psychometry, you can get to know about things or read the auras with your hands just by holding the object. So, and another example is the visions you get in the meridian of your pineal gland, which is your third eye. That is how clairvoyants get to know vision about future happenings without being told about those happenings. So these are the gifts. You can see whether you have any of these, because normally normal people, it could be more than just being a healer. You could be a psychic or a medium, and unknowingly you will be passing your life without using any of your past life gifts or abilities. So this is an excellent example by which you can test whether you have psychometric skills. You have to close your eyes and use the other hand to try to see a video with your hand and track the movement of the video, because the video, once the video gets played, once the reel goes forward, there will be some movement in the video, and with your other hand you can actually see, sense that, you can feel that particular movement of the object. If you have that gift, then even after closing the eyes, you can feel that movement in the video using the other hand. That means you have the gift of psychometry. Then that is a strong indication then that you can practice those psychometric skills to even do physio-astral projections or read past history of objects. Another thing is to take note of what are the visions you are getting in the meridian of your pineal gland. Like suppose you are able to hold a vision about something in your third eye, you should not pass it unknowingly. There is a clear chance that you have a gift of clairvoyance, or if you have a clairsentient gift, then you will be picking up energy as feelings when you go to unknown places or strange, if you go next to strange people, or even there is something called claircognizant ability, which is more about knowing. You can actually observe how you are reacting to people who are strangers, because if you have the gift of claircognizant, it is quite different from clairsentient, which is about knowing. Clairsentience is the gift of feeling, claircognizance is the gift of knowing, and you can actually tune into your claircognizant abilities by retro engineering the script you are talking to strangers. When you talk to strangers, you don't plan how you are talking to them, because suddenly if you are meeting a new guy today on the way, you will be talking to him something that you have not planned about, and you can actually see, I mean, improve the gift you have if you have clear cognizant abilities by retro engineering or revisiting the script you have produced in the morning while meeting the stranger and observing how you have talked to that person. I mean, that is, if you have claircognizant channeling skills, then you will be, I mean, picking up strange things from your memory. If you have a gift of knowing about others, which is called claircognizance, then you should observe what the speech you had with those people who were strangers whom you met on the way or whom you are talking to regularly. If you observe the script, then you will be downloading wonderful vision and insights about the knowing you have. And if you have such a gift, then you should be developing that gift of yours to develop a better future, because a tree of knowledge is not something that you can download only from the Akashic ether or from the atmosphere. There will be lot of hidden gifts that will be innate to you, which you need to find out using these small tips. Once you know that, you can build your own tree of life. Now suppose you know that you are a clairvoyant or a clairsentient or a claircognizant person, you can help the people with your psychic abilities. You can help the world, serve the people better around you by using your gifts from the past. And that is all what is tree of life is about.